I try not to be OCD about like my cards being lined up, but it really does bother me and they can't be seen and whatever. But working with what I got right now, Taurus. And you're coming into the month of May with that sword swinging, Mr. Page of Swords. And you may really feel engaged and capable of analyzing things and making moves and making choices and being really even willing to take risk and making some movement happen in your physical world. And that's crossed by the Six of Coins. And the Six of Coins to me in this position is you not having a good relationship with balancing of scales, Taurus. So you may very well not be willing to ask for help right now. Even though you're just the young little page here, you're nowhere near that king energy. You don't want any help. You got it figured out. You're feeling like Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun down here. You are feeling, and you came in from the month of April with the Empress card coming over. So you're holding on to this Empress energy, and the Empress rules shit. Like, she's got things under control. She is the mother of mother and the queen of queens. She is this bringing from spirit into physical for me. She is nurturing and just this ultimate creator of passion and beauty and all of those things. So you came in like the bull that you are with this very strong energy, and you are ready to make some moves. Like, analytically, you feel like you're getting your ducks in a row and your thoughts are moving with force, and you're able to speak fluidly, and all. You just feel like this is a really awesome space for you to be in. And I ain't hating, enjoy it. And that's really great. However, who could you get help from? Or who could you help? Are you being selfish in this energy? Because these are very all encompassing, like, I'm only worried about me right now. So you're possibly neglecting some social responsibility to be helpful to people around you, or to allow the people that you work with or create with or whatever to have the input they should have, because you're so focused on self. I'm not trying to be a jerk and give you a hard time for being in that energy, because that's not what I'm doing at all. I think it just should be known that when we're in that kind of energy, we sometimes neglect the people around us, or we sometimes, and it's not purposefully, there's no intent there. It just happens because we're internally focused on feeling in a really good place and having this momentum, and I feel good about who I am and where I am. And you may just not be paying attention to the people around you like maybe you should, quote unquote should. And in your strength area up here, we have the Hermit card, and the Hermit card is very good at being by himself. I mean, he is the Hermit. He knows the difference between being alone and being lonely. He is very capable of taking all the information he's gathered from the world, putting it all together within himself, and finding his own truth, his own inner knowledge, and seeing a larger picture or a wider perspective, if you will, with everything he's gathered from his travels. And so right now, it may be very important for you to trust yourself, because the Hermit card's coming up in your strength area. So it may be very important for you to not ask for help. But I think you should be mindful that it's there and use it appropriately. And if you take someone gives you advice or gives you help, then take it back to yourself and really ruminate in it and think on it and feel it. And then that's followed by the Seven of Coins. And so we have the 6 and 7 right in a row. And this moves on to more a patient energy, really taking an evaluation or inventory of what have I put into the world? What seeds have I sown and what am I going to reap from this? Are there things like, do I need to weed some stuff out? Do I need to concentrate more on one thing than another? Do I need to just reevaluate how things are going? And on this card particularly, he doesn't necessarily look happy. He might be patient or he might be impatient. He may just be really in his head and really contemplative over, this is going to be my harvest and what am I going to do with it and how can I make it better and what can I do better next time kind of energy. So with whatever this stuff is you're putting out there into the world, take moments of pause and rest to make sure that you're putting your energy into something that is going to grow for you and something that you're going to be able to manage. Something if you start a huge project and get in over your head and don't ask for help, and then you're over here like, oh crap, how am I going to manage all of this? This is a lot, just for me. But if you burnt this bridge early on by not accepting help or not being mindful of this person, you might end up there all by yourself. So I think that's why this card's coming up here, to remind you of those around you, because if you are in this energy and you are out there really, I see this person like an entrepreneur type feeling. That's really what I'm getting from this reading. And so if this entrepreneur is out there and he's creating this big new project, something really exciting, he's feeling really good about it. He's got himself on his side. Like, he knows he can do this. He has this strength, this knowing, this whatever. But if he ends up here and his project's too big and he burnt a bridge back here, that's going to suck. That's not going to be beneficial. So I'm not telling you have to take help from everyone who offers or give help to anyone who is looking for a handout. But just keep that in mind, that those energies are there and you never know who's going to be there for you when you're waiting. You're waiting for this harvest. And then we come down here in this Two of Wands energy. And this is coming into your suggestions area. So it is suggested for you, again, to pause and take a look, reevaluate. So as an entrepreneur, since that's what keeps coming in my mind, I myself am an entrepreneur, and so is my husband. We owned a few small businesses. But it's really important to take some steps to get out there, get some energy, and then stop and look and reevaluate where you're headed. If you set a long-term goal, a 15-year goal, but you're only 2 years in, but you're only still focused on that like 15-year-old or 15-year goal, that's not helping you make the decisions right now. You're looking too far out. So, and you're taking too long in between. This card reminds me to stop and look. I might feel really comfortable where I'm at, but it's time. I have to put my head up once in a while and consider my options. And this is not telling you to make a drastic change. This is telling you to at least be aware. In this card, he's depicted wherever he's at. It looks like a very comfortable, nice place. Like, he's well dressed. He's in a good place. He's holding the world in his hand, but he's looking out to what else there is. So again, I'm not telling you that there's going to be some massive change. I'm telling you to pause and to make those micro adjustments as you go. So to make sure you're always in the place you want to be in. And you need to know that emotionally, we also have a pause state. So the Four of Cups is sometimes taking a break from emotional stuff and concentrating really diligently on what you have. There's pros and cons to this, just like everything else. So this person may not be feeling good with what they have, and they're so concentrated on evaluating it, they're not paying attention to what's showing up to them. They're not paying attention to this gift of love that's being offered to them. This card makes me think a lot about packaging. This person may not be accepting of this because it's not showing up how they think it should. This card also makes me think a lot about expectations, setting expectations and it not meeting expectations, that kind of thing. So regardless of where you are in that feeling, you need to know that this pause is probably going to happen, and you need to be careful about how long you stay there and be careful to not miss things. It's okay to stay in these reevaluation kind of energies. You got it going. Things started really fast here by mid-month, I believe, especially with that astrological stuff happening. You are going to be reevaluating your space, reevaluating your emotions, reevaluating your progress, and that's good. That's how we grow and stay on top of things, is by staying actively involved in it and taking these moments to go, okay, I did all of this. Now let's see where it's going. And let me soak it in for a minute so I know what steps to take next. And then we're followed by the King of Wands, which is, I mean, he is the creator of beauty and space, and he's very comfortable and passionate, and there's an excitement and a almost a lustfulness about the King of Wands to me. Oops, I'm sorry. That's really beautiful. And you hope to be here. You hope to sit in a space where you get to be creative and passionate and excited about what your life holds for you. But it takes some effort. And you're going to have to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to stand up for the things you want. You're going to have to evaluate if the juice is worth the squeeze over and over and over again. It's just this card, yeah, it looks like he's defending his space, but he has the higher ground. He has a good perspective, and he's able to know which battles are worth it and which aren't. So again, this constant reevaluation of where am I headed? And I wish I was more capable of communicating the astrology part of this. I'm working on it. But really, Taurus, you need to check yours out. Just do it, okay? But I think it's going to make a lot of sense with these cards. So by the end of the month, you may feel like, okay, I've been fighting this stuff, and I'm trying to make this stuff happen, and I'm out there, and I'm getting it, and I'm putting in the energy, and I'm reevaluating all my stuff, and you might feel a little beat up by the end of the month. But I feel like that's a good thing. I feel like that's a really good thing for you, Taurus, to go through that so you can continue to grow whatever this project or idea or whatever it is you have happening in your life. I think this isn't a negative. And then none of these cards are, I see, in a negative light in any way. I think this is you just going through a real growing phase. And the momentum at the end of the month, this is still an action card. He's still moving. It may not be in the most appealing way, but he's still moving. He's still making stuff happen. So let's pull you an oracle card just to top things off here. I think I want that one. Bountiful Harvest. Beautiful. And I am relatively new to these cards, so I am going to use my little book. And the passages are relatively well written and easy to understand. So this one says, you have access to the infinite source of love and resources provided by Mother Earth and the universe. There are no demands, requirements, or conditions that affect your ability to access this supply. This is a wonderful reminder and the absolute truth pertaining to the abundance that is available to you. Grant your abundance the opportunity to flow into your life. It will reshape your perspective. It will strengthen and nourish you. This phase holds a plenitude of affluence and fertility. You are lucky and you are blessed. That's beautiful, especially with the Empress card. This kind of made me think of this bountiful, beautiful harvest that she's able to create being the Empress. And this card is really just reminding you that it's all there for you. You just have to stay consciously connected to it and aware, reevaluate, stay connected to your inner knowing, the truth that lies within you, this intuition that's going to guide you through this. Just keep coming back to yourself. You already know what you need to do, Taurus. You know how to do this. You're not a fool. Stay connected to where you want to go and where you're at. You can't live in the past. You can't live in the future. You can live right now. And if you stay in this is today, this is what's happening today, this is what's good about today, this is the effort that I'm putting in today to make sure tomorrow has my abundance. I am going to reap what I sow, and I am making sure that my abundance is heading my way. I'm not going to have resistance to it. I'm not going to have, I'm not going to block it. I'm going to understand that sometimes it's fast and sometimes it's slow, and sometimes I just have to accept what is